I won't get rage. You can't grab the flag.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I'll start it.
Okay,
So,
and
general question. Do the sniper and the LD usually focus on different halves of the map or something like that?
That is one strategy, but there's a lot of ways you can approach it.
that's one thing I'll do when I'm camping routes is like if the sniper's watching left, I try to focus the right side.
Generally, defense wants to split up the spotting responsibility as much as they can.
Less work for everyone. Alright.
I'm starting a 35-second route.
Okay.
So who should we be watching here?
Yeah,
Rincewind.
spec me. Spec Rincewind, yeah.
Medium hostile nearby.
It says he's using an energy recharge pack, but it's a thrust pack.
Yeah, that's not accurate.
Lies.
I'm using Rage, Quick Draw, and Thrust Pack, and Impact Nitrons. There he is.
Diamond Sword has our flag.
So yeah, I kind of fucked up. I kind of fucked up
so
this
what he
chase.
Yeah. But what he just did there is he saw he was getting behind and he immediately impact Nitron because there wasn't anyone, there's no immediate danger to him, so he can lose that health for more speed to keep up.
That's a demonstration of cutting them off instead of just straight up chasing. So he knew I had to land at some point, and he was going to try to Nitron and bolt me, basically get damage on me where I landed.
Yeah, the path he took wasn't a path that was going to be able to get him to follow him, essentially. He went for a path that met him, so we could get the Nitron on him.
Yeah, which is not always an effective thing to do.
It's all in a way. Like you have to make the Nitron work, or you're not going to be able to. It's basically
You're basically done at that point. Like after when I said like listen, I fucked this up. Like I was done at that point. There's nothing else I can do. And sometimes
he would K out and then switch into a crashing load at that point.
Yeah, and when I switch into the crashing, oh okay, I'm gonna chase this. Perfect example. I had no idea. Right now Nitrons because I didn't respawn, but yeah.
So, one thing to gather from watching this is the fact that a lot of the routes are not chaseable in the slightest. You really have no chance a lot of the time.
At least when I'm in quick draw like this.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult. Yeah, you can go lightweight, but at the same
Don't go
time,
explosives.
the
Never
lightweight,
go explosives if you're in lightweight.
Yeah, it's
the
totally
thing
unnecessary.
about lightweight is that it really puts you useless on defense. Like you can sit there
Somewhat.
with lightweight, but it's not like you can't kill anything. Well, you can, but it's really a lot more difficult. But you'll notice that a lot of times it's not possible to catch up to a good capper. It's just not. Like no matter what you do, you're just not going to be able to. So a lot of times you should still follow them. You should be putting shots into them. If you feel that you're not going to get to him on time, just go for the enemy flag. Just get it off the stand. That's really what chasing devolves into, because it's just not possible to get up to speed and catch up to him, especially on a map like this.
The reason why I did what I did there, like, oh wait, see, there's no way I'm gonna catch him right now. Rage quick draw. But the reason I did what I did right there, which is where I went, if you're specking me still, where I went right here, like he's out, like he was over here to my left. Like I could try and chain him, but those are gonna be some pretty damn hard shots. So the best thing I can do is just beeline it to their stand and hope I can Nitron him right here, like right before he's gonna get the cab. It's very hard to do, but like honestly at that point, it's one of the few effective things you can do aside from chaining. But he was too fast for me to even get accurate chain on because he got out with full health.
Why don't you switch into lightweight just to demonstrate
Yeah,
lightweight chasing?
I'll demonstrate lightweight. You can demonstrate quick draw.
All right, yeah, let's can do that.
But let's talk a little bit about what we were talking about earlier. Rincewind started with trying to cut off Gigabit and getting a Nitron on him when he was going down a hill after getting out, right? Now, when would you use that exactly? In my opinion, the best time to use that is when your sniper is not able to make his shots, whether he's dead or out of position. Basically, if your sniper is alive, I'm not going to chase it. I'm just going to keep talking. If your sniper is alive, he can put the necessary damage output to drop him a lot of the time. So basically, you want to be following him, even if you can't make a return by yourself, even if you can't chain him out, from full to zero, because your sniper and possibly offense better in the way can help you with that. You just want to be able to stay with him so that you can make a return when he does die, or when the conk is made by someone else.
Yep, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Anyone have any questions on that? Is anyone still here?
Diamond
At least I'm here.
I'm looking in the mumble, and there's a lot of
This
people
is
here
gonna be
still.
A really fun pug, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's like half the players not even talking.
Oh, you all will talk whenever it happens.
You guys
Yep.
should talk about communication as an LD at some point, though.
There you go.
Yeah, communication is very important. It's like Twitching mentioned earlier, what you don't see is just as important as what you do see. You always want to call out what you do see, obviously. Like, anytime you see offense, like, say, like, I'm looking over here at this right thing. In pugs, we call that right city, because it's like a little miniature city. So we say, there's a jug setting up right city. Or there's a raider coming through mid, or there's going to be an inf on stand soon. Anytime you get any kind of a spot on anyone, like, it's good that people know they're there, so that they don't get surprised or that they can do something about it. If you're camping right, say that, like hey, I'm going to go camp the right side. Sniper, go focus on the left. If you die, let people know so he knows he has to watch the right again. And like, see, I have met Kiga, so I'm just going to chain him out here. Except I'm bad because I'm talking. Alright, he got by.
My regen.
Yeah, I messed up his regen. That's another thing that's important, is make sure you shoot and break the regen. Like, you can at least do that. Sometimes they'll K out if you just do that.
Now Kiga did something smart. He may have been trying to do a left to right, but now his regen was clipped, so he essentially made the route longer to just try to get the regen.
The sorters have our flag.
Yeah, and when they do that, another thing that's important, that was me, another thing to do is when he does that, like when he makes that adjustment, be like, oh, he's turned this into an extended back right. Sniper, like, snipe him out, I've got him low. Just as an example. You're not going to be, like, once he's back here, like, I can't get back here, and, like, again, I might meet him once and get one chance, but then I have no chance at chasing or nitroning. So what I did there, I went straight back to the stand and I got a nitron on him. What was it? We did get on a little bit of a tangent there. What were we just talking about?
Well, I talked about decision making when chasing.
Oh, we were just going over communication, though, weren't we?
Yeah, a little bit. Communicating, the main importance is capper location when on defense. You want to know when and where the capper is, basically. How far is he from your flag? What route is he doing? Where is he coming from? That information is the priority at all times, essentially. Aside from that, there's lots of other details you want to be able to give each other in times, like when a light offense is coming up the left side. If you have time before a capper comes in, just say it, so that your Hawk knows, so he can maybe move out here and start chaining him down with you, so that there's less possibility of disruption when the capper finally does get there.
Another thing I wanted to get into about chasing is like this. I guess since I'm still doing quick draw or whatever, like. Say I'm off stand, like I'm over here, I'm close enough to get rage, but I'm not gonna have any kind of a stop on him because he's like, say, like he's right there. It's kind of, he's already out, so it doesn't matter now. But what I was gonna say is, before he grabs the flag, like if I know he's gonna be really fast, sometimes I'll thrust, shoot myself, get the regen from rage, and then shoot myself one more time, and then I'll have 750. Then I'll have 750 health, a regular bolt, and then the rage bonus. It's a good way to counter not being able to chase with lightweight if you know he's coming like that.
Mm-hmm. I'll chase with lightweight for a bit, just so you guys get the feeling or the idea of what it's like. The main thing about lightweight that you need to know is that A, it boosts you up in the air really high, like what I just did there, and B, it's very difficult to change your trajectory when you're up at 250 Sanic. Basically, it's very difficult to cut off the capper with lightweight. It's possible, and if you practice it quite a bit and you know his return route well, you can absolutely do it, but the safest bet is to kind of make your way towards his base more than anything else. Like you can kind of get beside him on some maps and chain him while still going towards the stand, so you're available to make the E-grab or be able to make the Nitron when he gets home.
Yeah, and if you're focused on chaining out a capper because they're like half health or something, the best thing you can do is like get even with them and match their speed, because that makes landing your shots very easy. Also, another thing I want to touch on that you might not think about, I don't know if you all, like Finger, I don't know if you chase with simulated projectiles on or off, but I always have them off, because like if someone's far from you, it is really hard to hit someone without simulated projectiles, or with it on.
Depends on your ping, really.
It is ping dependent. Like he has 12 ping, so it's probably not as big of a deal for him. For me, who I have 50 to 60 right now, it's pretty important for me to know exactly where my bullets are going. Do you all know what simulated projectiles are? Have you all even looked at that? Okay, so simulated projectiles, it's in your options, like it's under gameplay or video setting. I can't remember, just look for it if you're worried about it.
It's gameplay.
Yeah, I think it's gameplay. So when you shoot your LAR with it on, it's on by default, your bullets are really big and they come out of your gun immediately. But what's happening when it does this is it's simulated for your visual purposes, but it's not actually where the bullet's going. So like sometimes if you've been shooting someone and you're like, what the hell, my bullets are landing right on this guy's body and he's not taking damage, and when I miss, he is taking damage. That's because of your ping. If you turn simulated projectiles off, you see exactly where your bullets are going. A drawback to this is short range. It gets a little bit harder to duel because your bullets aren't as big. They're harder to see. Like they don't show up until like 10 meters from your body. But I think it's pretty essential for chasing, at least in my experience. Anything else, maybe?
The distance they show up is based on your ping. The higher your ping, the farther away they are. It
Yeah.
has to wait for it to get to the server and back to you before it shows up.
In short, turn simulated projectiles off.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. I still have them off and my ping
For
dropped to
chasing.
15.
I know some people still like to play with it on, like ISO does it, but I think he's more LD oriented than he is chasing.
What do I do?
Oh, you're in here. You
Hi.
leave your simulated projectiles on, right?
Whatever the default was.
Yeah, that's
On,
default. Why do you choose to leave yours on? Because I don't
I
understand.
got used to it.
You just
and
get used
my
to it.
ping is only
Yeah,
30
it's the
now,
same.
so I don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
and
it.
that's a perfectly valid reason. Like, it's just situational. Like, just try it. See if it helps you. If it does, then stick with it. But like ISO said, he's got 30 ping. It's not really a big deal for him.
Yeah, like, I switched it to off for a bit, like for like a few days, and at first it was great. I was hitting like every single bullet, and then after that it started to like wane off, and I started missing everything, so I just put it back on, and it was back to good.
Yeah, and like the exact opposite for me. Like everyone kept telling me, like try it, like go back to it, and I bet you'll be better. And I tried it, and I was just absolutely terrible. I'm like, no, I'm sticking with it off. So just try it. Like it really does vary for each player.
Hey, why don't we talk about stopping cappers on stand again a bit?
Okay. All right, sounds good.